So far, we're doing very good. So, let's see if you can keep it up. What's up, guys? I'm Pencil here, and here to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to Chapter 3 of Ichi the Witch, which is known as, it's not on the first page. I'm sorry. Should I start? But the thing is, I don't want to look at all at chapters I do live reactions for because it kind of spoils a bit of it. But do I just start looking? At least but no, I'm not gonna do it because some chapters, especially as of recent, I found out a lot of the manga I cover, for some reason they save the chapter title to the end, the middle of the chapter. Sometimes I'm not gonna go through that much for live reactions. But with it being the case, we're here for Chapter 3 of Ichi the Witch, and so far I have been loving it. I'm not gonna lie to you. This series so far, despite only being 2 chapters deep, has set up a super duper interesting world with a really good main character, a seemingly really good deuteragonist, and a really interesting inner demon. So overall, I'm super duper excited. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? The guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I did to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact. Is that bird on fire? But I was gonna make a joke on the first page, and I went to look for a joke on the first page, and the bird's on fire. Fried chicken, anyone? I'm sorry. But with it being the case, the thing that I'm most interested about with this series is its longevity. Because another series that I used to cover on the channel, or I go back and forth on, maybe I do have to cover it because apparently it's in its final stretch now, out of nowhere, Undead Unluck. It's a series that just randomly decided to skip to its climax, even though it really did not need to. It didn't seem like it needed to, and I'm kind of sad that it did. But with it being the case, I always fear for the longevity of series, and I really like Ichi the Witch, and I think so far it has some of the greatest potential for longevity. I smell this one being a solid, not a Demon Slayer length, not a JJK length. This based on how it's set up so far in these first 2 chapters, which is rare. Typically it takes a while, but in these first 2 chapters alone, this one is set up to be a solid 300, 400, maybe not Bleach length, maybe not Naruto length, definitely not One Piece length, but this could be easily a Blue Lock tier manga where we're well into the 200s and I'm still yeah, we can keep going. We can keep going. As long as the art keeps cooking and as long as the world stays as vast as it is. But let's not waste any more time. Let's actually hop right into it. Mount Baluken. 2 Ks. How would I... Balaken? Maybe that's it. You pronounce the first K and the second K. But alright. Why is the bird on fire? I still don't get why the bird just bursts into flames, but let's see. Oh, that's not fire. I think that's lightning. All right. Chapter 3 of Ichi the Witch. Third hunt, Raiko Majik. Magic versus Majik. Someone brought up a perfect pronunciation difference because I complained about that last chapter, kind of like how I complained about the Keyblade versus Kaiblade discussion for Kingdom Hearts. I brought the idea, what's the point? Why do you call them this? When someone brought up the point, you could just say Majik for the actual living sentient creatures and Magic for magic. And Raiko Majik. Interesting. Raiko reminds me of Raikou, which reminds me of Lightning Beast, which reminds me of... What are they based on? I actually don't remember. Despite being a huge Pokemon fan, I don't actually know the inspirations behind a lot of the lore of the Pokemon. I know some of them are just obvious, but I know even their whole story of the 3 legendary beasts is apparently based on something. And I feel I've always run into some sort of version of a lightning beast in any sort of media. So interesting. The Raiko Majik. Fried bird. How do I voice a wolf? I have no idea. What is funny enough, I did play a wolf in the past. for anyone who knows Into the Woods, yes, I was the big bad wolf. But let me think. Yes, there's nothing like the smell of seared flesh. Now you may call me crazy, but he low-key spit. I don't know. Me personally, I'm trying to get healthier, and I know meat is super unhealthy for you, and you don't need it. We as a species have found enough alternatives to meat, and other ways to get proteins that meat really isn't necessary. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Something about a solid, juicy, well-done cheeseburger with bacon, bro. It just goes so crazy. It goes so crazy. A good, solid steak, chicken, fish. I've heard like, I forget. Vegans are everything. Vegans are everything, nothing. Like you cannot have anything that's not even just like, you can't have anything from an animal or that is an animal. What is the, I know there's a group of, I think it's like a subsect of vegetarians that like they eat only vegetables and then fish. Fish are not like considered meat for some reason. I don't know why, but like fish too, like I don't know. Sorry, no, I couldn't do it. I should, for my health. I should give it meat 20 years ago. Okay, I'm not that old. I'm getting there, but I'm not that old. But I should give him meat forever and a day ago, but I can't, bro. He kind of shit. But interesting, we're already leaping into another Majik. Let me make sure I get the story by Osamu Nishi Sensei. And I remember I can never pronounce this this artist's last name. So Shiro Sensei is the artist, Nishi Sensei is the writer. Shiro Sensei is the artist, Nishi Sensei is the writer. Shiro Sensei is the artist, Nishi Sensei is the writer. I'm gonna try and remember that. It's gonna take me a while. I'll probably have their names down by like, I can't even lie, because I still struggle with Hokuzono Sensei. And I'm not even sure that's correct. Hokuzono Sensei for Kagurabachi fame, and I've been reviewing that for like 20 weeks now. More, actually, because I missed some chapters. So like I've been reviewing that for a while, and I still be missing it. So if I fumble the bag, my apologies. Let's see. There's nothing like the smell of your flesh. The Raiko Majik. It's been 2 weeks since I manifested. Okay, that's a little bit too rough on the boy's throat. We're gonna give him a different voice. It's been 2 weeks since I manifested in this world. I just fried. I fried just about every animal in this area. And so far, witches haven't come to try and acquire me. Like, at all. At all. That's interesting though. It's been 2 weeks since I manifested in this world. So, does that, because once again, last chapter introduced an interesting system mechanic. A witch can in fact tame a Majik, but a Majik is not eternally bound to the witch. But it isn't. In the sense that after a witch dies, whether it be in combat or by old age, it appears that the Majik can just leave. But that raises the question, when a Majik leaves, does that mean it just like up and dips? Like immediately and then it goes back and can give out another child immediately? Or does it go into the ether with a witch and then sort of have to, I keep comparing it to Naruto in the Tail Beast scenario, but I'm sorry, it's like the easiest link I can think of. Like the way Majiks are described in their relationship with witches, my brain immediately goes like, you are just like Jinchuriki and Shinobi, or Tail Beast, Biju and Shinobi. Like that is just it. But to use the analogy, I wonder if it's like when a Tail Beast dies, where ultimately there is some time in between the freedom and the incarnation. The way that Dessaras described the last chapter in the case of Ururo, it appears that maybe his is immediate or has very little cooldown time, because he like immediately tried to get Ichi killed for the fact that he could be free. So with the Raiko Majik saying, it's been 2 weeks since I manifested, what does that mean? And like, what is the origin of Majiks? Because we already had Uro set up the idea that Majik history is like super duper ancient and like predates even humans. And of course, you know, King Uro's not the nicest person, so that's why he refers to all humans as monkeys. But like, if they've been around since pre the evolution of humans, what do you mean you just manifested? Are they born of like human thoughts? Like certain other system mechanics like curses and JJK? Or are they born of natural phenomena? Like lightning is the nature of this magic, the Raiko Majik, and then simply it took forever for lightning to take form? Or are they created by something? Who knows? Let's see. Like, at all. There should be a human village some miles from here. Oh, Lord, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, you're about to get your cheeks clapped. Ooh. Why? Once again, though. Shiro Sensei. I'm sorry, I know some of y'all probably get sick and tired of my artistic glazing. Like, especially like you're probably thinking like, you're that guy with a pencil. You cover how many different manga, and you always find a way to glaze different artists of all different kinds of calibers and varieties. And yes, but I have always struggled with 2 things: realism. Well, 3 things. That's a lie. 3 things: realism, animals, just in general, and hands. I've slowly gotten better with hands simply because I keep drawing my own. Like I keep like doing different poses. Like I think I have like half a sketchbook dedicated to just like different hand poses to make sure I can get like used to it. And whenever I am drawing a hand, I typically just make the hand sign with my left hand. And then sometimes if I need it for a right hand, I'll take a picture of it and then flip it, or vice versa. But I love the way that the Raiko Majik is drawn here. Very bestial, but you can tell the lightning inspiration. Like, even if I were to strip away all the lightning effects, from the puffed up fur, to the multiple tails seemingly a bit sparky, to the beautiful fade from the darkness into the light of their fur, it's really, really good. Really, really good, solid design. Especially for a character who I don't think will last long, because presumably he's being hunted. If we're immediately going to hear, I guess Ichi already got enrolled, but let's see. I say enrolled mainly because it looked like he was in some sort of uniform on the first chapter page. And I think there's like a school, because that's what they also mentioned in chapter 1. But I think it's time. I was on my way to fry some humans. I wonder why that is. Once again, the genuine despise between Majiks and humans is interesting, especially considering some Majiks do give out trials. Like, at least the initial one we saw, unless, you know, maybe that's some sort of revisionist history. Once again, we don't know the nature of the earliest Majiks. And once again, Uro is a bad basis, but he's like the only basis we have to go off of. But it seems like there is some sort of animosity between Majiks and humans. But at the same time, it was a Majik who appeared to a human one day and made the first witch. So, like, why does he not have a trial? Or is going to ask for a trial? I don't know, maybe he will. I am the flame sparked from light. Oh, the flame sparked from lightning. Why do you control lightning? That's interesting. I become an electric current that surges through the body, boiling a creature's blood and cooking them from the inside. You become an electric current? You move as fast as electric current, bro. Do not let chapter 3 Ichi the Witch end up soloing all JJK. if you turn into lightning, broski, and you lunge at somebody, bro, and I can counter that, we may just get this verse above JJK real quick, because I'm assuming this guy's down a level, or probably nowhere near. Let's see. Cooking. I am a powerful, dreadful, terrifying Majik. I'm so scary, I'll make your hair stand on end. Literally. Okay, I guess. Since I'm going all the way there, I might as well fry all the humans in the village. Yeah, make a scene so grisly the witches who rush there will rush to their aid will faint from the horror. With that, I'll make my name the newest of the nefarious human hater Majiks. And from there, I'll grow in power until I stand as the greatest of all lightning Majiks. Ooh, but that's just the beginning. The plot thickens again. Once again, I don't know. Some of it's subtle, some of it's outright. Phrasing and sprinkling in. So there are multiple lightning Majiks of various levels of power. So ultimately, despite being the Raiko Majik who controls lightning, he's only an aspect. And there are many of them. And also, it seems like there is some sort of knowledge or group or predestination, or at least foreknowledge that they have. Because despite manifesting in 2 weeks ago, he says, I'll make my name as the newest of the human hater Majiks. If he's never interacted with anybody else, presumably he's been in this forest this entire time since he manifested, how does he know about other Majiks? I get why Uro would know. He's the king Majik for one, and two, he's been around for 1,000 years. My brother's been around for 2 weeks. How do you know other Majiks hate humans? Is that built into you? Did you have that knowledge pre-planted? Talk to me, Raiko. I need to know. Once again, the lore, it's thick, it's juicy. I need to know why. We're probably going to have a whole arc fighting the creator of Majiks. Maybe I'd hazard a guess. Let's see. But that's just the beginning. Yes. No. Oh. Hey, Ichi. How you doing, buckaroo? Yes, but that will be the first page of my legend. Huh? Must have imagined it. Oops. My heart jewel got smudged. Why would you wear that? You know, sometimes I get it. Sometimes you just can't hide your weakness. And once again, under the assumption that Majiks are like pre-created, maybe he couldn't. But if I had that, I'd eat it. You're gonna have to fight to get it. Like, if, I don't know, if say I did have like a weak point, and obviously I do, like as a human being, I have a weak point here, I have a weak point here, I have weak points here, humans are very, very fragile. That's why I always joke about like, well, not even joke. I'm really serious about enjoying every second of your life. You could just fall down the stairs. I've fallen down the stairs before. Okay, enough happened. But still, it can happen at any moment. You can fall the wrong way and boom, you're done. So humans are very fragile. But if I literally had like a weak spot, like you touch this, you one-shot me. I'm doing everything in my power to either not bring it anywhere with me if I can choose to do that and try to keep it somewhere safe, or B, make it as hard to hit as possible. What do you mean you're wearing it on your neck? Once again, though, he may not have a choice. My heart jewel got smudged. I feel like how he's tweaking out about Ichi, though. The trial for acquiring me is to steal this heart jewel without being struck by my lightning, even. I swear, are we really gonna get beyond JJK? I was kidding. Hachiro Sensei. Their name. I literally, see, I'm telling you, I'm bad with the names. Nishi Sensei, are you really gonna give me Beyond JJK Tier Scaling in Chapter 3? You already gave me mountain, or at least like mountain carving feats in Chapter 1. You're gonna give me more? Speed feats already? Let's see, because Ichi has to do this, right? He's gonna conquer the trial. The trial for acquiring me is to steal this heart jewel without being struck by my lightning even once. That's one very cruel trial, if I do say so myself. I can see it already. So he's baby. He's very baby. I'm interested to see, once again, it really depends on how the whole procession thing works. Like, can Ichi, who's presumably going to be the one to slay it, that is actually real ominous. I did not notice, bro. But presumably Ichi is going to be the one to slay it, right? So will he join Uro? Or is it going to be, fun fact, and spoilers for it's light spoilers for the JJK manga. Did you know that Yuji could not consume another cursed object that could have the possibility to incarnate? Why? Because Sugino would kill it. Like, Sugino being the king of curses, not necessarily that he's a curse, but being the strongest in the series, or one of the strongest in the series, he would literally just randomly off whatever else Yuji tried to consume. Instantly. If it invaded his space, which is technically Yuji's space, he would immediately execute it. Remember what happened to Mahito in Season 1? Yeah, Sugino would do that to anything else that you try to eat. So I wonder if Uro's going to be on that same mindset where he wouldn't want to share the space with like a lesser Majik and just immediately slaughter it. Or if we're really going to deepen Ichi's bag and Ichi's going to have multiple companions he can talk to throughout the way. And honestly, it'd be a good way to build a supporting cast. The only issue once again comes into longevity. Because once you get to like the 10th Majik, really, once you get to like the 5th Majik, you're gonna get into trouble with like how many voices you're going to keep in the head of Ichi without him going crazy. Let's see. Oh wait, no. The look of anguish on the witches' faces as they try and fail again and again. I'm getting a bit too worked up. I should calm down. He better than me. When I get, because I'll admit, sometimes I do be getting paranoid. Like, if I have to double take, I'm gone. I've left a function before because I feel like I'm being watched and I can't tell from where. I've been watched before and I look and it's like, oh, it's one of my homies. Or I look and it's like, oh, someone I can talk to. Or I look. But like, if I'm looking around, feeling eyes on me, but I can't tell who it is, I'm in a function where I don't really know where I am. I'm not in an area that's conducive to me, I'm gone. I vacate so quickly. So he's better than me. You get some real confidence, Raiko. Let's see. I should calm down. Ooh. Is that Dessaras? I presume? She just doesn't have her hair done, though. I'd assume that's Dessaras, based on the general design. Over there. Sweet serendipity. I can't believe I get a chance to do a test. A test fry is crazy, bro. But, I don't know, once again, I always think about this. If I developed any sort of lightning powers, and I could use them to enhance my own speed, that's all I'd use them for. Or like, I do stupid stuff like turn my phone. I'm so against like the idea of using anything. Obviously, self-defense is self-defense. If someone tries to attack me, you're getting bolted, right? Like, but I'm not gonna be an aggressor. I'm not gonna randomly go and start frying people. It's just not my nature. But for the speed aspect of it, bro, obviously, I love it. Once again, I'm a speedster heavy guy. If you, for my people out there, for people in the comment section, thankfully I know y'all are here. Some of y'all are here. What's your preferred archetype? Are you the power archetype, the speed archetype, or the defense archetype? I feel like those are the main three. I mean, I guess my brain is screaming, well, what about Kingdom Hearts? And my brain in Kingdom Hearts is attack, defense, and magic. But like, I feel like magic can be a broad scope of things. So we'll just assume attack, power, and attack, speed, and defense all fall under the same umbrella of magic. If you could have a magic that would amplify you, one of those stats of yours, your defense stat, your attack stat, or your speed stat, which one would you pick? Obviously, you can tell I'd go magic, but if I had to pick a secondary, I'd probably also go defense. Power would be last. Once again, actually, no, I'd say power second. Once again, I could find ways to use extreme physical strength to make a couple bits of bands. But that's me. Let's see. Sweet serendipity. I can't believe I get to do a test fry before reaching the village. This, if that is truly is the Abyssal Witch, bro, you probably fumbled 2 weeks after your incarnation. That's crazy. Let's see. This will be my very first human victim. Very first human victim. So he really is baby. He's not, at least to me, it doesn't sound like he's a reincarnation or anything. He just is baby. Or at least if he is a reincarnation, he doesn't remember his previous life, because this would be his first human victim, despite being alive for 2 weeks. I was like, frying them in one go won't be any fun. I'm going to play now. Human, give me a good look at your face as you tremble in abject terror, as I, the dreaded Raiko, deliver unto you your... That is definitely Dessaras. So the question is, who's going to one-shot him? He's getting one shot. That's undeniable. Who's going to one-shot him? Is it going to be Dessaras in self-defense, or is it going to be Ichi? Honestly, I would not be shocked if Ichi used Dessaras as bait, or if this was Ichi's test to see if he really could hunt magics, and whether or not he was just lucky the first time. Obviously, Dessaras recognized Ichi's proficiency for hunting by going to his house, but maybe Ichi wants to see it for herself and see what he can do with his own abilities. So I'm assuming Dessaras is the bait, and Ichi is going to be the one to actually strike down Raiko. But regardless, he's cut. Part of me does feel bad when I'm reading or consuming a piece of fiction and like I look at the antagonist and I just can say flat out, yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked, buddy. like there's no doubt in my mind. But let's see. Oh, yep. It was Ichi. It was Ichi. Golly. Wow. He looks so eager to. For what? Interesting though. That's an interesting trap. Okay, so he set up a hoop net, and then is gonna okay. So he set up a hoop net and then ended up pulling the string in order to catch him mid leap. Obviously, I don't think this would be a lightning timing feat. We would need to see Ichi dodge his lightning, presumably. And once again, there are debates all the time. Like, is lightning actually lightning? You know what I'm talking about? We're like, oh, well, technically if it's coming from a creature, we don't know if it's like clouds to ground lightning speed, and that's what you can't calculate. The reason, at least on the top of my head, why Guild Thunder's lightning in Seven Deadly Sins early series accepted to be lightning and was consistently used for like the basis of the low ball speed for the verse is because he summons it from a cloud, even if it does take a specific shape. It's kind of like the whole Kirin argument in Naruto, where yes, it does take the shape of a dragon, but at bare minimum, it has to be lightning speed, ignoring the data book statement about it being light speed, because, you know, it's actual cloud to ground lightning. Same thing with Guild Thunders. So we'll see. Ichi, are you about to cook? Are you about to dodge electricity, bro? Are you about to take this thing's ball? It's heart ball. The balls on its heart. Let me stop. Let's see. Ooh. Wait, what? That is the most disrespect. Can you imagine? Not only do you get yanked out of midair, or even let's just say you get yanked off your feet, but then the person who does it to you immediately throws chloroform in your face. I mean, I'm not sure what this actually is. I'm not sure what he soaked that rag in. Included there's some sort of liquid, but the fact that he's going, what? Like, it's like movie chloroform. Obviously, movies exaggerate a whole lot. Apparently, you can't get knocked out by just putting a chloroform rag to your nose and breathing it in. It does take a while. You need to huff it. Like, you need to huff it to immediately knock out. And that makes sense. Knocking out is not healthy. If you find yourself consistently passing out, that's not a good thing. Please see a doctor. And obviously, even like in medically induced pass outs, unless they're like from really, really strong injections, you really shouldn't be doing that. But it's interesting. You know what? It is interesting that works on a Majik, though. Like, obviously the physical snare trap would work and the physical grab and net would work because those are like physical things. But it's interesting to think that they have biology like humans enough that or even like organic creatures enough that whatever, I keep saying chloroform keeps coming to mind, but whatever this substance is actually works on him. Oh, interesting. So this is a Majik. It's surprisingly light for its size. Oh, this girl. What? Kaya. I slid that. I thought I was so slick when I slid it in last chapter, and no one else commented on it. No one else commented on it, but you did, and I figured it would be you. You're perceptive. You always listen a little bit closer. I put way too much attention on it, but like, no, let's see. So this is a Majik. It's surprisingly light for its size. And I took it down without using Ururo, just as you said. Okay, so yeah, this was a test. What's a straight test? Interesting though. It's interesting to see Dessaras with her hair down, but not down. Like she just has it in pigtails. I was like, yep. Looks like the magically infused trap was set enough. Oh, the magically infused trap. Okay. Huh. You got to be all like, hurrah! Oh. Ichi and Des infusing magic power. Oh, interesting. So that does confirm sort of idea I've had. So all humans in this universe do have some sort of innate level of magic. It's just that whenever Ichi transforms using Ururo as the basis, he then probably probably happens is he expends a lot of his magic. And if Ururo is like a potential thing, it really depends on if Ururo's amplification ability is truly amplification, as in like it's just a random multiplier, sort of like a just adding a whole bunch of stuff to you, or no, here's the difference. If it truly is what Dessaras essentially mentions it is, as taking a spell to its maximum, then Ichi's already cliffed. The only thing he'll have to work on uncliffing is the amount of times he can use Ururo's abilities, which is more than one per 3-day knockout. But flipping that on its head, the idea that it could be a base multiplier, right? Where Ururo jacks your magic up by 100, but if you can raise your base magic level, then Ururo's magic will become even stronger, because it's just multiplying your base strength. Ichi in base here is infusing magic. I don't even see Dessaras touching the rope. And we've seen Ichi can use magic already. So it appears that everyone does have their own innate base magic pool. Ichi is one of them. And that makes me wonder if we're going to get something that happened in Magi. It was covered in Magi too. So it was covered in the anime, and I'm not sure how many people are going to read Magi. I recommend you go read Magi. It's literally... Is it my number 2 favorite piece of fiction ever? I think that has to go to Kingdom Hearts as a whole. As much as that series hurts my heart, and as much as I do, I need to talk about that Tetsuya Nomura interview that recently came out. But like, it's up there in like my top 5 favorite things ever. I love Magi. There's an arc in Magi where people who cannot use magic but still have innate magic potential are, let's just say, drained of their magical power in order to power actual people who can use magic. It's one of the most morbid yet best arcs in the series. Please read Magi. But I wonder if we're going to get something like that, where a bunch of, especially considering men are not able to use it, but Ichi is man and is able to use magic and infuse it. I wonder if there's going to be something like that. Honestly, I'm interested to see like what men are used for in this world. Because like witches should be able to do everything, literally everything. The fighting, the hunting, the gathering, like everything. Like there should be magic for basically everything. And men literally cannot use that half of the power system. So like, they're just there to make more witches. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, time to butcher it. No butchering. Bro, you don't have control over this little bro. you have no jurisdiction here, buddy. You're stuck with him. He's the one giving orders, Buckaroo. You need to follow. Let's see. No butchering. Huh? I love how Ichi's like, dude, what? And honestly, if I was in Ichi's same position, I also would be like, you cannot tell me what to do. Though hypothetically, I do get it in some sense, because I don't think, well, I mean, we'll see. I'll see probably in this very chapter. What would it be like to eat a being made of pure magic? Like, we eat animals and plants because they're made of something solid. But like, I think probably like eating cotton candy with extra, but it'd probably spark. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what would happen. But it really comes to a question like, what is magic made of? It'd be like us eating plasma, which we would immediately perish from. But like, maybe something like that, where it's like a different state of matter, because plants are technically solids, and then liquids are liquids. And technically you can consume gases, but I've never heard of a gas that like actually gives you like substantive caloric value from consumption. And plasma technically does have a lot of energy. We just perish. Let's see. Huh? Jeez, this poor thing. Wait a minute, what voice did I give Ura? Because I'm giving him the same voice as Raiko. What voice did I give Ura? Gosh darn it. I almost want to look up past me. Hold on. I need to take a sip. I got it. Actually, he's small now. I'm altering his voice. I was about to just give my deep generic voice, but I'm gonna give something funny. It'll be funny to me. My apologies once again. My mic is currently unmutable. I don't know what happened to it. I didn't drop it or anything. Just now, whenever I try to touch the mute button while recording, it doesn't do anything. And the last thing I want to do is touch the mute button, it not start flashing to show me that it's mute, and then I will speak through the rest of a chapter or the rest of a video, and then it's permanently mute. And I have to re-record the back half of the video. So,
jeez, this poor thing. I can't bear to watch. What the heck have you done to it?
Uro, you literally slaughter humans, bro. Chill. Let's see.
What's that rope around its neck?
It's a noose trap. Pull this end and the noose tightens. Yeah. Pretty effective. Specifically for hunting. Nothing else. Don't do this. But yeah. Honestly, just for like binding in general. Let me not go into too deep. Let's not even, we're gonna completely move past that. Let's see. Foxes have a quirk. When they pounce on prey, they really want that pounce to be to the northeast as possible. Put some bait into the northeast and lure it there, and it's highly likely the fox will go for it. But then again, right, I was about to say, it's hilarious that Dessaras is so okay with being used as bait. But like, probably. She's had multiple days to recover if she needed to recover at all from the battle with Uro. But she said at least 6, considering Ichi was knocked out for 3 twice. And she's supposedly the most powerful witch alive. Yeah, I highly doubt Raiko, the baby, like literally baby, 2-week-old Majik could really do anything to her. But let's see. Yo, she's so fine. Let me stop. Let's see. Plus, I can completely understand why it couldn't stop itself from pouncing. Who could? With someone as elegant and delicate and gorgeous as me as bait. Elegant? Delicate? Okay, I'm gonna give her a rose. I can't do that voice because then I couldn't take him seriously. But like, she wrong. Maybe not elegant, and definitely not delicate. But then again, in the Pencil household, we like strong women. Strong women. Personally, I'm getting way too deep in the look. Okay, this is an Ichi the Witch Chapter 3 review. And as I've noticed, views typically drop off the further I get into the narration or something. So, would not mind a woman who's taller than me and could pick me up. And also, just as a treat, I am actually 6'1". Like, no memes. Like, I'll keep doing, like, the 2-foot height. I'm 6'1". I think, like, I weighed in today, like, 239 pounds. It would not be easy to pick me up at all. Especially not like lift me over the head. That's never happened. But people have been able to pick me up before. If a woman can do that, hit me up. But let's see. What voice did I give him?
What's the cloth?
Yo, you got a problem? That's good. Chill. Let's see. It's a fabric I soaked in wood vinegar. Interesting. Foxes don't like its pungent smell. This one seems to have a particularly sharp nose, so I figured a healthy whiff of it might actually knock it out. Huh. So that is just normal. So that's interesting. So Majiks do tend to take on the properties of whatever form they take. That is actually a huge nerf. But I mean, it makes sense in order to fit into the whole Hunter aesthetic of the series. But like, that is like, it's kind of like, I think it was a Kane who a while back made a video on Red Hood. Batman and the Red Hood, the animated movie, and you have a fantastic point. If you are building a humanoid robot, why would you give it the exact same weaknesses as a human? Like, the brain and its chest are important, vital. Why would you do that? Why not put, like, its core processor in its left big toe or something? Like, if you can't, well, maybe not its left big toe, it needs to keep that, but it's in its left calf, or, like, its right butt cheek, or something. Like, put it anywhere else where a person who knows how to deal with humans typically wouldn't attack. Just like, if you can pick a form, make sure you do not have the same weaknesses of said form you're picking, because that kind of sucks. You do yourself a disservice then, because anyone who happens to know what your physical form or current form is not privy to or does not like will immediately know how to clap your cheeks. And not in that way, but like in that way, where they know how to immediately hard counter you. So it's interesting. But then again, I don't really think Majik have any control over their form. Once again, Uro may come to prove me wrong someday. Listen. Okay, fine. I get all the logic and stuff. What? I need to come up with a better voice from. What? I'm gonna do something so stupid. I know you are not gonna like. Hold on. I'm gonna go right back and see what. Did I accidentally burn Uro's voice on Raiko? Please, Landon. Please, please. Somehow I always in the clean community. I need to go to Ichi, the witch. Come here. Come on past me. Come on past me. Hurry up. Hurry up. No woman can scratch my heart. Also, I mean, it's slightly different from Raiko's. Once again, I do not have the voice range of like. I've been rewatching a lot of the Ben 10 breakdowns by Kuro the artist on the Ink Tank, and I keep learning about the insane depths of D. Bradley Baker. Dean? D. I said D or is it Dean? D. I'm putting in Dean. Dean Bradley. D. It is D. It is D. Bradley Baker. D. Bradley Baker is insane. Like that the vocal range on that man, on him, even on John DiMaggio, even though John does have a lesser range than D, like Paul Eiding too, their ability to manipulate their voice. Obviously, they're professional voice actors. I'm just a dude, but still, crazy. I do not have the range like that, but I always do try to make sure my voices are different. That's why you'll always hear me assign characters to different like voices. Like I'll think, okay, this one's Frieza, this one's in Perfect Cell, this one's Semi-Perfect Cell, this one's Perfect Cell. I'm sorry, it's a lot of DBZA, but whenever I'm trying to come up with like original voices, I do tend to struggle, and they do tend to line up a little bit. But let's think. Scratch my heart. See, why am I don't like that. I'm just going to remember Uro's voice from now on, because I cannot have to use myself as trigger words. And I mean trigger words as in like trigger in order to get into a voice. Leading words, I forget what that's called from my voice actors out there. Whatever it's called when you have to say a specific line or tone to get into character for your character. Let's see. Okay, fine. I get all the logic and stuff. That's not how it's supposed to go. You know, it's more like this. The tense atmosphere as the witch and the Majik face off. The proud introductions. There's a whole culture around building. Just the right scene. Is that why it was shouting random things? He was actually talking out loud? Oh, well, I guess he was. We overheard. But its trial is in everything. One of the basic tenets of hunting is the ambush. Why do I need to introduce myself to my prey? Your prey, huh? This Majik killed for fun. Oh, okay. That is one thing I did want to wonder. Like, technically, I mean, to be fair, it initiated death for death the moment it did say, I want to go slaughter humans. And it did go to attack Miss Delicate, Dessaras. But he technically didn't attack Ichi. And remember, Ichi, while he did set up this snare trap for Uro, he only attacked Uro once Uro went to go attack him. So technically, Ichi did initiate death for death he didn't do it counterintuitively. He did it preemptively by hunting Raiko. So let's see how he justifies it. For the fact that it was going to attack humans? It wasn't hungry. Its life wasn't in danger. It burned other creatures purely because it felt like it. That isn't hunting. That's murder. It had no problem toying with others. Thus it has no right to complain about others toying with it. I love Ichi. I can tell. I'm probably glazing this series too early, but it's a perfect storm. It's kind of like the perfect storm of when I first read Freyren, which is weird because I read it way after the hype. But when I first read Freyren, I'm like, oh no, I'm just liking it. I'm liking the art style. I'm liking the characters. I'm liking the fight. I'm liking everything. Oh no, and I like the main character. Oh no, like I'm getting those same. And ironically enough, this is another fantasy series that's heavily based around magic, but I'm getting those same vibes again, where I'm really liking the main character. I'm liking the Deuteragonist. I'm liking the entertainment. I'm liking the tone. I'm liking the art. I'm liking the action. I'm liking everything. No, I'm scared. Please, Shonen Jump, please, bro, please. Don't act this one, please, bro. I need this one to be like 500 chapters. Shonen Jump, I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you. I need this to become a mainstay of the channel. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Let's see. And you know what? In a way, he is right, though. It's kind of like how, this is gonna sound, I know somehow it always ends up coming back to fighting games. I know some of y'all are sick and tired of it. I know some of y'all just expect it as like a turn of course at this point. But it's kind of like how after a certain point, when you can tell you're being disrespected in an online match, or even by your homies, you just don't care anymore. Any methods or mentality that was even remotely based around honor or fairness or logic or no, it all goes away. Fine. You decided you wanted to teabag on me once you beat my first character. Let me switch into Trunks right now. Let me get this 2M on you and let me TOD you with 3 bars. I can't do that. I need all 3 characters. But still, let me TOD you. Well, actually, probably not anymore. I need to actually play the new Fighters pack. I'm assuming I can now TOD with Trunks easy. Solo, probably, at this point. I don't know. The game looks crazy. I still haven't touched it since the update. But I get it. I fully get Ichi's philosophy here. Of course, it's in a much less serious level. But yeah, once you decide that we ain't being respectful, shoot, who am I to waste my time being respectful? Yeah, you can get messed with, dog. Let's see. And you know what? I like that Uro doesn't really disagree here. At least not. Let me see the next page. Interesting. He looks at Majik's fundamentally differently. Oh, interesting. He looks at Majik's in a fundamentally different way. I mean, yeah, it does make sense though. Once again, he has no correlation to this. And he is a hunter versus a witch, where it's probably backward. He was never, and that's the thing. Even if he did live a normal life, he never would have been conditioned to become a witch because they would have thought it wasn't possible. So naturally, he views Majiks completely differently than witches because witches, seemingly enough, do go to an academy and do go into a rigid system where they are taught to view Majiks and their acquisition and all that in a very specific, very unique way. So I'm not shocked that Ichi just views it as like an evolved hunt. And that's what Dessaras even sold it to him as. So it does make sense. Okay, yeah. So Uro doesn't even respond. So I think ultimately, from the looking away to the sweat to the gritted teeth, I think Uro to some degree actually agrees with Ichi. Yeah, I like it a lot. Let's see. Witches tend to view Majiks as monsters to be feared and respected. When we face one, we focus on its powers. In Raiko's case, it would be its lightning abilities. But Ichi is different. He observed the Majik in its natural habitat for the whole day, learning its animal habits and finding a weakness to exploit from there, treating the Majiks as just another living creature, and hunting them as one. That is true. And that is interesting. Once again, it'd be hard to tell because presumably I wouldn't exist as a witch in this universe. But that does make me wonder, do witches just freeball it? Do they hear, okay, Majik attacking town and then don't ask any questions? Because like, even in general, obviously Ichi's very particular. He waited an entire day. But obviously, I wouldn't want to just dive head first. Even if I had a general idea of what their abilities look like, I would want to see them in practice. Like, if I see a gigantic flaming monster, I'm going to assume, okay, they have fire powers. But like, still, I want to know how they can apply them. I've always been more of a wait, watch, and see kind of person. Even, weirdly enough, even in fighting games where I do play defensive, usually at first, unless I'm playing a friend. Where I'm like, okay, fine, I know your playstyle. And even if I don't, it's too late now. I gotta attack you full force before you figure out mine. Or before you adapt to mine. You know who you are. You Maharaga wannabe. But like, I do get that vision, but it's interesting. I guess witches are a lot more reckless, but then again, it doesn't seem like they have too bad a loss record against the Majik so far. We'll see. Maybe there was a great witch Majik war in the past, but it seems like this is just regular, even though they do have a bunch of Majiks that are identified but not captured. Let's see. I can't wait to see how this knife evolves, or if it's going to be the same knife throughout the entire series. It is very symbolic, so it may be the same throughout the entire series. Should I stab its heart or cut its throat? You've literally heard it blabbing about his trial, bro. If you don't cut that ball off, you don't cut his ball. I mean, technically, he just, in a roundabout way, he is just neutering it. Just to be sure. I mean, it is better to be safe than sorry on something like that. But you do have the answer. You do have the trial. Like, and you know, based on your previous experience, Ichi, you did that. You saw an entire battle between a Majik and a witch. So, like, you know, you just completed trial condition. For Uro is to the heart. You heard it. It's for the ball. Let's see. Nah. I can already see the girls of the Witches Association keeling over in a faint. In which way? In the that's nasty that he should stab his heart throat way, or Oh no, boy witch. Let's hop on his tip. Wait, I don't know. We'll see. Just cut the heart jewel free before it wakes up. Really? Let's at least take its pelt. Just do it. Ooh, man, no lightning feet. But he could get lightning powers. Ichi, please give me some lightning timer feats early on. Let me throw you against Emily Ichi. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shiro Sensei's the writer. Gosh darn it, I forgot his again already. Who's the gosh darn author? Nishi Sensei. Let's do it. You, me, let's work together on this. But let's see. Cut the ball, neutered it. Oh, so he has the lightning gem. Is he gonna eat it? That's interesting, because Uro kind of just fused into him. Let's see. Huh? What's this? A magic stone. It's basically proof that you acquired that magic. Keep it on you at all times, okay? But Uro didn't turn into one when I beat it. It? I think Uro's a male. Maybe that's wrong. It's the exception, not the rule. I mean, that does make sense though. Like King Majik. Ooh, that does make you wonder. So that solves a problem that I thought was gonna build up. So technically, he doesn't have to worry about all the voices in his head. But if he does ever go on to acquire more King Majiks, that could be an issue. Or King Majiks, or possibly Queen Majik. We don't know. Okay, I'm getting it. I get the tone switches of this author now. I guess you could say that I have a gem of personality. I'm a treasure just as I am. Actually, Uro, I agree with you. You're a monster, though. You're an actual disgusting creature who slaughters countless people for fun. But you're awfully filthy for a gem. I love him. He's so clean with it. Is this gonna be the best new gem pro tag? Gonna throw Itadori in the trash, bro? I'm gonna hit him with a. I don't have an Itadori figure or anything Itadori related. I don't have any Itadori insignia except for drawings I've done in the past. But I'm gonna have to hit the Toy Story meme where I'm gonna have to draw Itadori in the trash and be like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and just pick up Ichi. I don't know. And ugly, and foul mouth, and gross. Sure, go ahead. Say what you want, you two. I love how, if this is the main trio, if this right here, Uro, Ichi, and Dessaras is the flat-out main trio, bro, I would be so happy, dog. This series is gonna be so gas. I love their dynamic already. It's so good. This is a better trio dynamic than we ever had between Megumi Nobara and Yuji, and it's literally been 3 chapters. Y'all can argue with the wall. I'm kidding. Am I? I'm kidding. Let's see. There's something carved inside it, too. That's his chant. Speak it in Raiko. Raiko will activate, so don't say it just yet, okay? Ooh. Did she actually throw... Is that a spell, or did she just have tape? Interesting, though. So... But I wonder, the question is, how much magic will drain out of him now? Will that knock him out at all, or not? Itchy. What was that? What was that indeed? What is that tape? Where did you get that from? Okay, this ought to be appeasement enough. I doubt it. What? Dessaras! Where in the name of all that's holy are you? Do you have any idea how much paperwork your mess has left me? Interesting though, so they do report to a higher power. Whoopsie daisy. Return this instant and report. Sorry. I mean, I'm not saying if I was the strongest, I wouldn't do any paperwork. But I'm also not saying that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Make me. Again, it's for the greater. I'll tell you. If I had a camera I could carry with me, I'd record it for you so someone else could do it. I'm not doing all that. If I'm the strongest, if I'm a mid tier or a low tier, obviously, my report will be spotless. It'll have every single detail. It'll basically be a movie. But if not, I ain't writing. That's it. Sorry. Everyone is waiting for you with bated breath. Ugh. You have the young man with you, correct? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Bring him with you, without fail. We await you in the capital of Natali. Ooh, Natali. Why is this design so clean? Why are all the designs so clean in this gosh darn manga, bro? Let's see. at the Mental Witches Association. Oh, she did her hair back up again. Is it me, or are you extra fancy? And it's to be continued. That was so quiet, but honestly, it's a good time to be quiet. I'm recording super duper late, but yeah. This review is 15 minutes long. Yeah. This gonna be one of them series, dog. This, I'm reviewing. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna institute a binding vow. This one may not drop, even if the worst happen, this one may not drop. Like, this series would have to fall off a cliff in quality. The art would have to go to garbage. The character writing would have to go to garbage. The character interaction would have to go. Everything would have to fall off the sharpest cliff ever for me to drop this one. This one is straight, wholesale, legitimate gas. So, if you somehow made it all the way to the end of this chunker of a video, please do me a favor and leave extra fancy. Leave extra fancy in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some of those perks will include the live reactions to every series I review, and variations of all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members: Sarah, Greyhound, Eternal Flame, NMA, Real Rare, Red Wolf 4765, Paris Arnold, Astro, Brandon Payne, and G Prosper. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Josh Brown, Igneal Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $7 members: Autumn Mornings Lazo, Fine, Zombie Hunter, and Austin Wimberly. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members: Robbie Uchiha, Jay Warrior, and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give a big ol' thank you to our $10 patrons: Overlord Zero, Joaquin Munoz, and Idem Okami.
And I'd like to give the craziest, juiciest, most next-level, quadruple, sloppy, toppy, next-level superhuman in beyond this world kidney having thank you to our $100 patron, or that guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.